The RedMagic 5S is one of my favorite gaming smartphones of the year so far, and it costs just half the price of Samsung's latest flagship, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Cameras aside, they have very similar specifications on paper. They both have 12 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, they both have UFS 3.1 storage, and they both house a Snapdragon 865 chipset. However, the Note 20 Ultra has the slightly improved 865 PLUS chip. Here are the hardware specs. Feel free to hit pause for more information over here. We have updated to them latest available software on Android 10. We have 120Hz panel on the Note 20 and 144Hz on the RedMagic. We also are limited to Full HD on the RedMagic, so to match that, we're going to drop the Note 20 Ultra down to the same. We're leaving animation scales on over here due to recent requests on my channel. Round 1 will be all about boot fingerprint and face unlock. Round 2 will be all about initial opening app speed, and round 3 will be all about RAM management. Using my fingers over here to keep things accurate, we're going to pop GoPro footage to the bottom left hand corner. This is TechNick, and without further ado, let's go! We're going to start here with a simple boot in round 1 to see which one can power on their device quicker, and it is indeed the RedMagic with 21 seconds as opposed to the 23 on the Note 20 Ultra, getting it its first point in round 1. Going into the actual devices, loading the app icons on the home screen, which one can do it first? It is once more the RedMagic 5S picking up its second point in round 1. We do have an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor underneath the display of the Note 20 Ultra and an optical one underneath the display of the RedMagic 5S. We're not really focusing on the actual icons over here, but more so when you see the wallpaper pop up over there, because that indicates how quick the fingerprint reader is, and the RedMagic was faster every single time over there, getting its third point in round 1. Same thing can be said with facial recognition. Notice the wallpaper pops up sooner on the RedMagic 5S over here, going into the actual device quicker, picking up its fourth point in round 1 as opposed to 0 for the Note 20 Ultra. Making sure we hook to the same Wi-Fi network and all apps are closed in the background, we're going to hop into our first app here, which is indeed the camera app. The Samsung opens it up slightly quicker, but the RedMagic loads the entire app quicker, so no point was allocated. Flipping to the selfie cam, the RedMagic gets the point, and it also gets the point for taking the snap slightly quicker in the camera app. Next app here is indeed the gallery app, which was too close to call. And jumping into the actual photo over here, one of the phones opened up the picture quicker, but the other one loaded the entire page quicker, so no point was allocated. Too close to call when opening up the calculator app over here. And we're going to hop into our next system app, which is indeed the phone app. Jumping into that, once again, it was too close to call between these two monstrous devices. And going into the settings app, it's surprising here that the Note 20 Ultra picks up its first points, now just half the points of the RedMagic's 2 points. Now 3 points on the RedMagic after opening up speed check and internet speed test slightly quicker than the Samsung over here. We're not testing download upload speed per se, but we're testing how long it actually takes to get through the test. 21.5 seconds for the Note 20 Ultra, and the RedMagic beat it with 21 seconds over here, picking up its fourth point in round 2 as opposed to just 1 point for the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. However, going into Spotify, the Galaxy responds, picking up its second points over there. And the next app is an app by Adobe, Photoshop Express, a photo editing app, which the RedMagic opens up quicker, and the Samsung goes into the actual photo quicker, loads the entire project quicker. Now we're going to go ahead and export this image, and it said save to gallery at the bottom of both screens at the exact same time, so no point was allocated over there. Next app is another app by Adobe Rush over here. The Note 20 Ultra opens up the actual app quicker, and jumping into the project, the RedMagic 5S fires back over here with its 6 points in round 2. Now we're going to go ahead and export this 4K 25 frames per second file, this video over here, and we're going to match the frame rate of 25 like I said. Jumping into this, we're going to hit export. I'm going to speed things up bottom right hand corner. Which one can take the cake over here? Both with UFS 3.1 storage, though the RedMagic does it in just 15 seconds utilizing that UFS 3.1 storage as opposed to 19.5 seconds on the Note 20 Ultra, 4.5 seconds slower over there. The RedMagic now has 7 points in round 2 as opposed to 4 on the Note 20 Ultra. Going into Astral VPN, since we need a VPN here in China, the RedMagic opens it quicker, but the Note 20 Ultra turns it on quicker. And the first app that we actually need the VPN for is a social media app over here known as Facebook. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. The RedMagic opens that one up quicker, but the Note 20 Ultra quickly strikes back, getting it at 6 points after opening up Instagram slightly faster. It was too close to call when going into Twitter over here. And the next app is indeed YouTube. Going into YouTube, which one can load the entire page quicker? It is indeed allocated to the RedMagic 5S now with double digits, 10 points as opposed to the 6 on the Note 20 Ultra. And jumping into my profile, the Note 20 Ultra once again fires back at the RedMagic, picking up its 7th point. Going into my profile, my actual page over there, and opening up the video and loading the page was so similar on both devices. It was too close to call, so no points was allocated over there. Going into the Netflix app, the RedMagic RedMagic opened it up quicker, and jumping into my profile, the RedMagic was slightly, but ever so slightly fast over there, picking up its 12 point, now with a 5-point lead over the Note 20 Ultra's 7 points. Google Chrome was too close to call between the two devices, and now our first game of 4 is indeed Subway Surfers. A little longer to load since we got the new Subway Surfers interface. It'll be really interesting to see which one can open it up quicker, the gaming-centric RedMagic or the ultimate device Note 20 Ultra. And the Note 20 Ultra actually opens this game up slightly faster than the RedMagic 5S, but just by a hair of a second over there, getting it its 8th point in round 2. Next game is indeed Flip Diving, not as long to load as Subway Surfers, and going into it was way too close to call over there, so no point was allocated. Now our second last app of the 20 over here is indeed Temple Run 2. I've sped it up bottom right hand corner, slowed it back down, and the RedMagic 5S picks up its 13th point over here. Last app of the 20 is indeed PUBG Mobile, the new era update, and jumping into it takes a little longer to load than previous games. 13 seconds on the RedMagic, picking up its 14th points as opposed to 15.5 seconds on the Note 20 Ultra, wrapping up round 2 with 14 points on the RedMagic as opposed to 8 on the Note 20 Ultra. Testing out RAM management over here, remember we have 12 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM on both devices, and they have no sweat keeping any of these apps open in the background. They have kept all of these apps open, and that is why you see no points allocated. One phone has to keep an app open and the other one has to kill it in order for there to be a point allocation. Great stuff over there for round 3. Total score 8 points for the Samsung as opposed to 18 on the RedMagic 5S. If we focus on just raw speed, we're focusing on round 2 over here. 8 points for the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra as opposed to the powerhouse 14 points for the RedMagic 5S, which bear in mind costs half the price of the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. This is TechNick, and I'll see you in the next one.